Milan are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. So we're very much on the way now. Bebeto, one half, of course, of one of the deadliest strike partnerships in history.
Yeah, he's the perfect fit for a fox-in-the-box type player, as he's got surprisingly good vision and an eye for a pass that allowed him to play more creative roles.
Whilst remaining, of course, oh, greatly! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Gerrard running with intent. Saliba. Gerrard. And he's there to make the challenge. And he was quick to react. Gerrard. Shevchenko. Now it's Drogba. No, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, good spread. Cafu. Azar just eases him off the ball. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Bellingham. Shoots! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, that pass isn't the best. That has ended up in no man's land. Bellingham, looking to play him in. And it's Azar. Azar going face-to-face with his great rival. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's Drogba! Just a tiny bit high.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Searching pass he's played there.
Manchester United really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Some really good ball movement. Can he get on the end of this? Spread to the right.
There they go, hunting again.
And that's gone loose. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Beckenbauer pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Now the ball's gone astray. Oh, played right into his path. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Manchester United really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Bellingham clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Rice, very much a man of this moment. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. He is through here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Oh, what's he done? They're urging him to shoot. Chance, surely! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
A case now of complete control. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Zanetti delivers. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Cafu. Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Tries from distance, and no mistake. And they're threatening to fly away here. That is outstanding, just outstanding. You're not going to hit many better than that.
Well, I think he knew the keeper might be on sight, and it seemed to be the case. He had a lot of traffic in front of him.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Bayer claims it without any fuss. Looking for the run. That is a brilliant interception. Shevchenko with a definite foul there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Gerrard looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, what a half they've had, cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Substitution.
Away we go again. Milan changed their lineup for the second half. A reaction, no doubt, to the half-time score. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Looking for options for movement. Bebeto gets flagged offside. Threads one in. Oh, super find. And the shot! Oh, given offside once more. Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
That is good alertness. Shevchenko. Now it's Rafael Leao. Spread it left. It's a promising position. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Can he get it? He's had a shot! Caught offside that time. Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free. Konate, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Bebeto. He's picked big chance! And that's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And that has put paid to that. And this is Bebeto, and this is Van Basten. He's on it, can he get away? Getting up there! And that's a good finish. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. And he skips past his man. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross from Cafu. Oh, that's a fine interception. Cafu with an air of... He's having a shot! Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Cafu gets his head on it! In he goes again! Goal! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Mbappe. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Cafu. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Great vision. And that has left him in a heap. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
Milan really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
That's a good ball out wide, and he's quick to return it. And the shot! And that's a sharp finish! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Rice has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Messi. Fernandez. Tries to pass it through. And that pass just didn't quite work.
4 added minutes have been indicated.
Cafu carries the ball down the right. Showing great feet there. He has found the way through. There's the delivery. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Substitution for Manchester United.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Coming on to replace him is number 10.
Oh, good effort. And it's hit the woodwork and out. 4 added minutes on the board. Fernandez. Mbappe. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And time is up. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. We're looking at the new incarnation of the famous Camp Nou, now even more prominent as the symbol of the Catalan capital. So off we go then.
For me, Peter, Albert Ferrer was one of the very best defenders of the 1990s.
And of course he played in that most famous of all Catalan dream teams.
Yeah, not one of its most glamorous members maybe, but definitely one of the most important.
Now it's Drogba, and he's found a way past. It's Drogba! It's bounced back off the post. Dani Olmo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. More and more pressure on the ball here. Albert Ferrer. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Filippo Inzaghi. Chance, surely! Oh, it's hit the post! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Hazard duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, nicely intercepted. Fernandes. Drogba plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. De Bruyne. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Hazard! And that's a sharp finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Brazil are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And this is Hazard. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's tidy. Dani Olmo. And that's been drilled in. Reinders. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Now it's Drogba. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance. He's had a shot! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
Well, it was probably, for him, the best option, but then again, I'm not the best judge of that.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That is good alertness. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Shapes to shoot! Count! Fantastic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Cambio de jugadores en el Milán. El dorsal 8 será sustituido por el dorsal 82.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now, can they get him away? Dani Olmo. Milan making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Dani Olmo. Berghaus. And here's Drogba. And this is Drogba. Dani Olmo. And it's Drogba. This is a promising build-up. Chance! And it's in! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Struck with genuine ferocity. The ball was there at a nice height and he was able to hit it with great control as well.
Milan may be down, but not out just yet. And it's Albert Ferrer. Can he get onto this? Oh, that was vital. Milan are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Timber. Zanetti. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Hazard. That is great defending, so alert. Gerrard. Hazard. Now it's Drogba. Always onto this. And Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's been cut out, well played. Drogba. And it's Hazard. Now it's Berghaus. Berghaus making a dash for it. Zanetti. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. He can run onto that. He's shifting through the gears here. Looking to play him in. Albert Ferrer calmly anticipates. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And here is the first touch of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Silvestre deals with that comfortably. Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. Schlotterbeck. Strong running down that left flank. And across it goes. And that's an excellent interception. Closing in on goal. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Saliba. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And no, that was never going to make it. Zanetti. And it's Drogba. Can he get on the end of this? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Good ball, good take. Berghaus unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Dani Olmo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Mbappe. Berghaus. And here's Mbappe. Chance for a shot! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Aimed beyond the defence. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Looking for the run. Oh, shooting chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
De Bruyne deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Cambio de jugadores en el Milán.
And we have our very first corner.
El dorsal 99.
They've played it short.
El dorsal
And here's Hazard. Delivered low.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal 20.
And now they can spring out of
El
defence.
dorsal 25.
And he's well positioned here. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Trossard.
There they go, hunting again.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Silvestre. Knocks it into space. Great ball if he can get there. Picked out, and a shot! It's in! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Well read, nice interception. Albert Ferrer. Hazard. Albert Ferrer has it in a wide position.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He won't be happy with that one. And it's Kaut. Trossard. Messi. Now it's Messi. In with the challenge. Milan now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Has a look and plays it forward. Looking for options for movement. And this is Hazard. He is through here. Hazard! And that would have been game, set and match.
Hazard has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in. And he was alert to it. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, what a ball! Looking for a runner. Marquinhos cuts it out.
Habrá 2 minutos de
Confirmation that there
descuento.
will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Now it's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo. There he goes, motoring forward. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Gerrard has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. The whistle's gone and the game is over. Milan were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And it's Reinders. Shapes to shoot! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Any thoughts on the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
So, a breakthrough already. Sao Paulo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side. Terrific effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Reinders has a look and plays it forward. Diaz. That's an imaginative pass. Out of play for a goal kick. Xabi Alonso gathers from the goal kick. Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, this is a great position. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Played out towards the right wing. Reinders in acres of space out wide. Hazard has given away a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Can he get on the end of this? Yamal! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Sao Paulo, he's had a shot! Rising over the bar.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
Hakimi. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Nicked it back promptly. And he welcomes it in. And a chance! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And they get themselves in front. The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
That's just downright fabulous, both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
Milan have their lead. And the pass is intercepted. Driving forward. Alonso, good driving run. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Totti with a real chance here. And this, an opportunity to pull level. Picked out, it's Neymar! And that's a tidy finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling. Great chance! Oh, it rattles the bar! Mbappe here, and the shot! And here's Shevchenko. And here's Reinders. Threads one in. And the finish! Oh, that was no routine save.
Fernandez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Diaz clears. And that's gone loose. Opts to play it back. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Shevchenko. And he's had it nicked away. He's through here. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Stood up well to him there. He shifted it to the flank. Diaz. Neymar. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Messi. Reinders has created one goal already, and that could set him on his way. Caught offside that time. Played out to the left flank. He has found the way through. He's having a shot! Goal! Sao Paulo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Sao Paulo leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming.
Chance for a shot! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
It's a promising position. Shevchenko. Chance! Gerrard. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Down to business again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to...
And Shevchenko! Nicely spread. Yamal is carrying after that one. And here's Mbappe. Neymar. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Knocks it into space. Not the most accurate pass. Hakimi. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well timed, excellent interception. That has been cut short. Tries to play it through. Messi. Oh, well measured. Albert Ferrer cuts it out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's shifting through the gears here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Played back.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Good take, and is he in? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled.
Reinders! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, good effort! And now they can spring out of defence. Shevchenko proves too strong. Great vision. And Shevchenko! Brilliant from Shevchenko! He's got himself an absolute peach. Just one goal in it now. Game on! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now. Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Tries to pass it through.
Camisa 11.
Gerrard.
Camisa 14. Camisa
Nicely
19.
weighted ball.
Deixando o campo.
He's come in hard.
Camisa
Oh, he's caught him in or out.
Camisa 23.
Milan present their opponents with the best possible chance here.
Camisa 8. Substituição.
This for genuine comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Sao Paulo now in a position far more desirable.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga running with the ball. Trossard. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Drogba. Dani Olmo. Alexander-Arnold.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
He's found a way through. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Sao Paulo visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! And that's a good finish. That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks, takes a shot! And he's quick to get rid. And that has left him in a heap. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Dani Olmo has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Milan have their third corner. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what a real chance! Well taken goal. The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. It was a great finish. He put it away with great... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. We're up and running then.
Rafael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too.
Now it's Shevchenko. Great defending, strong and determined. Now that looks a decent ball. Reinders. Gerrard. Now it's Shevchenko. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, that's nice. Now it's Eto'o. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Shevchenko! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Puyol can get it clear. And one more try! Shevchenko gets flagged offside.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Great vision. Aimed beyond the defence. Looks across and plays it in. Brilliantly cut out. Azar. Driving forward. And here's Shevchenko. Varane simply refused to be outdone there. Azar. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Messi. Caught offside that time. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Azar. Played into the box. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Eto'o. Can he spark a counter here? Can he get it through? Oh, well measured. Eto'o! Now, who's going to be first to this? Messi. Now it's Drogba. Rivaldo. And the through ball. Rivaldo. Chance! Getting up there! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Marquinhos. And it's Messi. No outsmarting him this time.
Barcelona really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
but with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
That is good alertness. Now, can they get him away? And he cuts out the supply. Rivaldo, never out of the action for very long. Shevchenko. And he was quick to react. And it's lofted through here. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Oh, he's been caught on it here. In by Messi. And he's there to get it away. Can he finish? And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Hazard with the delivery. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Koundé is always looking to break lines. And reclaimed it in a trice. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Se ha encontrado unas llaves de coche con un llavero en forma de balón. Se ruega a su propietario que se ponga en contacto con algún empleado del estadio. Cambio de jugadores.
The second period is underway. So the first half brought no goals. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Gerrard. Hazard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Eto'o. Played out towards the right wing. Van Bronckhorst has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Now it's Eto'o. And here's Messi.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Koundé does really well there, strong defending. And here's Shevchenko. That's really nicely played. There's the shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Shevchenko! No, not the best of headers.
Cambio de
Well, the
jugadores
two
en
coaches
el
are
Barcelona.
signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Ronaldinho será reemplazado por el dorsal 8. Neymar se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Pass is just off target. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. It's Eto'o! And that's a sharp finish. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Nice sequence of passes. Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Reinders with the foul. Puyol, always a very imposing presence at the back. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of
Messi! But he's left disappointed.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Rafael Leao. Can he latch on to this? Chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. That's an imaginative pass. Hazard.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 22, el dorsal 21, Eto'o, el dorsal 19, Messi, el dorsal 2. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Hazard.
7, el dorsal 23,
Spread it left.
Saviola, el dorsal 9, el dorsal 15.
Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. It's Saviola! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Saviola clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, super find.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that management from here.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
They really do have to make something of this. Ambitious ball here. Messi.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
He's shifting through the gears here. Cruyff. In towards the back stick. And he's there to retrieve it. Messi. Hazard makes a dash for it. So that's it. It is all over. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it wasn't a great game, Peter.